On this episode of Fun with Cars, I'm going to show you how to repair and upgrade your third brake light on your Infiniti QX56 or Nissan Armada. A third brake light on a Infiniti QX56. This will work for Nissan Armada. There are a bunch of bolts. Now this thing is two-sided taped on. You gotta get the spoiler up. There are 11mm bolts that hold the light in place. I put a bulb in here to make sure it has power. It does. So the third brake lamp is no good. To get that third brake light out, you have to pull some of the trim. A third brake light on a Infiniti QX56. This will work for Nissan Armada. This trim piece, center trim piece, pulls off. That's just clipped in there. And then once you have the center trim piece off, you take out, these are 8mm nuts. 8mm nuts that go one here, one here, one here. There's three underneath here. 1, 2, and the third one down here. So when you get those six out, you have to pop the rear glass, and there's a clip right in here. You gotta pop that with a trim tool right here just to get it up high enough. You're not taking that spoiler all the way off. I'm just getting it up high enough so we can work on it. And we're going to fix this third brake light, I think. I got this chucked up in the vise. I'm going to cut the back of the light, like from here to here. Take that section out. We're going to see if we can wire something in there so we have a light instead of spending $100 on a lamp. We got these two sides cut and this side cut with the Sawzall. I'm going to flip this around, cut the other side. We'll take this apart and see if we can fix the LED strip, or I got some generic LEDs we can put in there. Alright, we got that cut most of the way through. We'll see if I can peel this up now. Be gentle with it. We're trying to save it. Oops, or not. Yeah, let me do that by hand. I didn't cut it all the way through, so I'll have to break that by hand. Alright, so here's what the LED cube strip looks like. That's how it came out. So I'll blow all the plastic shavings out of there, and then we're going to try to figure out what's going on here. It looks like there's a circuit board back there. My guess is that something's corroded with the circuit board, and yeah, we'll see what we got. After popping that out of there with a screwdriver, there's really not much to the circuit board. A couple of resistors, a diode. I'm wondering if it's got a bad solder on one of these ends. We'll try. We'll test that. We'll test the resistors. We'll test that diode with a voltmeter. See if those are good. If they are, we're going to resolder the few ends on there and see if it lights up. Okay, so the resistors test. Both resistors test good. The diode tests good. We're going to resolder all the solder points and then test it. It's going to be very difficult. I'm very shaky, but just trying to touch all the solder leads. Just retin all the solder leads. And then we'll check to see if we got light again. I don't know if you can see it. You can see the smoke, obviously. Wow. Difficult to film, but I think you get the idea. I'm just touching all the solder leads in case it got a bad solder somewhere. And we'll check the light again. See if it lights. It didn't light at all before. I should have showed that somehow, but at any rate, trying to resolder that board. We'll see if it lights up. Now those two leads are the positive and negative for the board. So this is kind of got to get set in the backing. I retooled all those solders. You can see it's bent from me prying it up. I'll have to straighten as best we can, and then I'll have to get, you know, kind of melted back in place. But first, let's see if we got it to work. Okay, we got it set in place, so if I hold it, I think I can plug it in, make contact with those two leads that come up through the connector, and we'll see if the LED strip lights up. I think I'm going to still add in a redundant LEDs to it, so that in case that board goes bad, we can supplement it with some more LEDs, make it bright. Okay, I got it plugged in. Now we'll just tilt this towards the glass so I can see it from the inside, and then we'll step on the brake pedal. Alright, you can kind of see it hanging down. Let's see if it lights up when I step on the brake pedal. Oh yeah, there we go. Alright, now we're going to add some redundant LEDs, I think, and then we're going to epoxy it back together and put it back on the car. I got this strip of LEDs cut to length, custom. You can see the little scissor marks there, and then there's solder leads. So I'll take out a couple sections of that and we'll double it up on that board. Okay, tough to see, but I just soldered a redundant LED strip. I bought this on, I don't know if it's eBay or Amazon years ago. You can find red, bright red LED strip. It has tape, 3M backing tape. Just soldered that to the leads, positive and negative leads, and we'll put it together, test it, see if it lights that too. Alright, so I put the LED cube back in the light, and the plastic tabs get melted back in place to hold it. I use the soldering iron. Then this is the redundant LED cube, which if you were just replacing this strip, you could get some type of LED, but that board had the two tabs to plug into, so kind of soldered it on the positive and negative leads, and then we'll put that in place. Okay, I just finished melting it back together with the soldering iron. It doesn't look too bad. I think I got it sealed all the way, but I am going to epoxy over the top of that just to make sure we don't get any moisture in here, you know. So we'll give that a shot, and then we'll put it back together and make sure it lights up. If you don't have JB Quick Weld in your toolbox, you have to reevaluate your life decisions. This is the ultimate to have around to fix trim, to seal up LED lights that you just repaired with a soldering iron and a Sawzall. That's what we're going to do. Epoxy is on there, and while we're waiting for that to cure, I'll get everything cleaned up and ready to go back in the car. I think this repair will work for many other LED cube lights. Lens is good, there's no moisture in it, and the LED cube is bad. I think you can, buy that LED on a strip like I have. I'll try to find where I got it and put a link in the description. Stuff was pretty cheap, and I got a whole row of it, which is like, I don't know, 20, 50 feet. I forgot how much was in there, but they're pretty damn bright. I bought the brightest ones. I don't remember the number. They're 1187s, but I think this LED repair will work for many different vehicles. So that's that. We'll put it back in and see how it looks on the car. Okay, there it is. I would say that's brighter than it was before. Now these LEDs, you have to be direct on for the tail lights to get the brightness, but that LED, the third brake light, there's no missing that. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.